Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing amazing. I wanted to make a really quick video for you, just in terms of when we are building a website on WordPress. Sometimes something can go awfully wrong, and there's not always like a easy fix for it. And I wanted to bring it to your attention because wherever you're building a website on WordPress, you might well come into this problem. You might just stumble across it and be like, oh wait, the thing's not working. So that's on your contact form. So sometimes when you create a contact form, not always, but sometimes when you create a contact form on WordPress, what you'll find is the emails aren't actually going through like you'd think they would. You think it would just be an automatic whatnot, and emails would just come through and all the things, but no. So you have to do something about that. So yeah, it's important that you know. So if you've got a website, and you know, if you've set one up before, if you know what you're doing with websites, a lot of the time when you do that and you think okay, I'll add a contact form to my contact page, people can message me, and I'll put my email in there as well so people can email me directly, and then someone uses the contact form and you get a message and it says, oh, congrats, submission successful, we'll reply to your message soon. But that email never comes to you. It doesn't go anywhere, actually. It doesn't go in your junk folder. It's not hiding somewhere. It just never comes. And it isn't going to for the most part. You have to do something about it. So there's a plugin that you can install, which is really good. It's called WP Mail SMTP, which is great. But it does the only thing with using this plugin, if you do find that you're having this trouble and your emails aren't going through, and you can test it yourself, you can go to your website and you can just test and just send yourself an email, a message, a fake one, and just see, does it come through to your inbox? And if it doesn't, after many refreshes, it might be because you need to, because WordPress don't automatically just send emails directly, so you have to bridge that gap and sort of fix it manually. And so if you do use that plugin, good luck to you. It's a pickle. It is something I do cover in my course, okay, so that all my students will know how to fix this problem if they have that problem. But essentially what you have to do is create an app in order to redirect your messages so that it comes into your inbox. And it's a bit of a tricky one. If you've never used, you need to use Google Cloud Console. I'm trying to remember the name of it. You need to use that in order to connect. So imagine you've got, I need a diagram. I need tools. Imagine this is your website. I'll put you over here. This is your website, and there's someone sending the messages, but they're not going anywhere. They're just dead in the water, and you don't know. Let's say you don't know, right? This. and then you're like, okay, right, I'll install this plugin, and here's the plugin, all right, and that's it. So you've got your plugin in there, and you've got the site, but there's nothing connecting them. So what you need to do is you need to create something to connect it. So you would go to Google Cloud Console, and you would create a connection. Essentially, it's an app. You're creating an API, which means that the plugin and your website are going to be able to talk to each other, and send an email. So when you install the plugin, once you've configured it, then yeah, it should work. Obviously, many hurdles. If you've not used Google Cloud Console before, I'll pray for you. I will pray for you. It's quite a confusing landscape, and there's many different confusing places that you could accidentally. It's not for the faint of heart. But yeah, I wanted to cover that because I know there's a lot of people who've got websites, but their contact form isn't working. So you think it's good because it looks great, and it's got your email address in there. You've configured it on the back end. So what could possibly go wrong, right? And then weeks, months go by, and you're like, hang on a minute. Is my email form even working? Is my contact form actually? No, it's not working. Oh my God, it's not working. So it's a really cool plugin anyway. I recommend it, and it is something that, like I said, I do cover it in the course. So very thorough, intricate, step-by-step instructions, because like I said, it's quite a minefield if you've never gone in there before. If you just have a search, right? Just Google search what's it called? Google Cloud Console. God, there's so many Google services. Just have a search for it. Create an account for free if you're using Google. Even if you're not using Google, because you can use it for other. If you're not using a Google account for your emails, you can still use the plugin, which is called WP Mail SMTP. So Sierra Mike Tango Papa. You can still use that even if you're not using Google for your inbox. Most people, I think, do use Google, but there are some that don't. And it works as well if you've got a Google Workspace account, which is good. The only thing I'd say is the installation, the setup, the configuration of all of it. It's not the same. If you're using Google Workspace compared to your personal Google account, they're two different places. They are two different configurations. Both are very confusing. Okay, individually, they hurt. Okay, but don't worry, I've got you covered. In the course, we do go over that. So if you're having trouble with your contact form, whatever contact form you use, okay, because it's not necessarily down to the contact form that we're using with the theme that we're working with. Okay, it's not about the form itself. It's not like, oh, we'll just change the form and that should fix it. You can change the form as many times as you want. It won't make a difference because it's not sending out your emails. It's not going to. You need to fix it manually. Some themes do. There are some sites that I've built and the emails just go through easily, and I don't have to create an API. I don't have to create an app. I don't have to do any of that in Google Cloud Console. I don't have to, because it's just an automatic. It's just automatic. But then there's a lot that you do have to, unfortunately, you have to make a little U-turn, little detour, but it's fine. Once you're in, you're in. Once it's up and running and your test email's working and you can see that it's working, you're awesome. But yeah, it's a headache. So it's something to be brought to people's attention, because I think people think, well, when you build a website and then you just add a contact page, well, there we go. There's your contact form. It's working. No. So again, one thing we go thoroughly in with the course, if you've not heard of it, sorry, I haven't mentioned it. It's called the Mumpreneur Web Design Academy. But when you go into it and you go deep into it, what you'll see, it doesn't take me long actually to thoroughly, consistently explain all the things that you would need to know. Testing is a big part of building anything, isn't it? Especially with a website, because you think it looks cool, and then you might change a different device. You might want to look on your phone or your tablet to see, actually, does it look okay? And then you find out, no it doesn't. No, it looks terrible. No, what have I done? Oh my god, I've broken my website. And so that's why we test these things before we sort of deploy it to the world. And a contact form's no different. We have to check whatever we're doing, technically speaking, on WordPress or most other places, we do have to check and make sure things are working. And if you've done that, if you've built a website, let's say, or you're in the middle of building a website and you're having a pickle and you're not sure what to do, pro tip of the day, go and install that plugin. I would say they've got video instructions that are sort of helpful. They're not entirely helpful, so I wouldn't depend on them completely. But if you're in the middle of building a website, that's something you can do. If you are looking to build a website, save yourself the pain of trying to figure it out. It's just not worth it. You just enroll in the course instead if you want, because I can walk you through it and I'll show you everything to click, all the buttons to click. The video that they've got is cool and it's sort of helpful, but it's massively out of date, so it doesn't actually help. And that's the trouble with a lot of tutorial videos. When they come out of date, when the software they're using is out of date, it's useless, isn't it? Because all the settings have moved, all the buttons have changed, you don't know what's what, everything's called different things, like whatever. It's harder. So you could follow it for free. You could just go on their install the plugin and look at their documentation and you'll find it. There's a video, but it's out of date. Alright. So unless they're about to launch a new video today, I'd say good luck to you. If you're brand new though and you haven't built a website and you're aware that you might want some help, you might need a hand, definitely feel free to enroll, because when you do, obviously, not only am I going to walk you through thorough step-by-step clickety-click buttons all the way throughout the whole course. Yes, of course I'll do that, but I also have a lot of other support that I'm providing as well. So there is, what have we got? We've got 2 live Q&A calls every single week. Okay, so you and I can speak to each other, okay? However many of you there are, we can speak on the you can see my face, I can see your face, we can speak to each other, you can share your screen with me, you can ask me all the questions, okay? We've also got a private Facebook group, there's a private WhatsApp group, and there's a private community on top of that, only because I'm not sure if I want to keep Facebook. It's driving me a little bit potty at the minute, and I'm like, I might kill Facebook group. I might just get rid of that. I may not keep the Facebook group. I'm not sure just yet. But so we've got a couple just in case. So when you do enroll, you've got an enormous amount of wealth available to you in terms of knowledge when it comes to building the site, but also in terms of getting your questions answered quite speedily, because you can drop me a message in the WhatsApp group, and guess what happens? I'm just going to answer you. I'm going to answer you pretty quickly. It's not going to be a long-winded whatnot. If I need to go and have a look at something for whatever reason, I'll let you know. But I'll be there constantly. My phone is it's another limb on my person, just like I'm sure yours is. So I always have it on me. So if you've got questions, you can ask me in the private WhatsApp group, or the private Facebook group, or the community, or the Q&A call. So there's a lot of support, okay? And even if it gets to the point after you've enrolled in the course and you've followed along all the videos, and you're like, okay, I'm going to build the site now, and it's like, okay, everything's really strong, everything's good, but then something comes up in your world for whatever reason. Maybe there's a family emergency or a life emergency, or maybe you just don't understand it still. Maybe you're still struggling with it. And I get it if you're still struggling, because my teaching language, my teaching style perhaps may not be how you learn, so it may not work with your learning, I don't know what to call that, your learning pattern. No, it's not learning ability. Do you know what I mean? I can't think of it. But in that case, you know, I may not be explaining it the way you would prefer to learn it. Do you know what I mean? Like the best way that you could learn it. Not because you're a stupid person and you're not intelligent. You are, I'm sure you are, I know you are, but you know, sometimes it's easier to learn something from a different person. They might say it differently, and then you're like, oh yeah, they say the exact same sentence, but they say it in a different way, and then it clicks. Oh, I see. So if that happens, whatever reason, if you can't finish your website once you've started the course, okay, all you need to do is just drop me a message. If you need a break for a bit and then you want to come back to it, that's cool, but you might not be able to. You might be in a bit of a rush. And if you're in a rush and you need to finish your website and you're like, what do I do? It's not going in, or something's come up and now I'm going to be away for like 2 weeks and I've got to get my website finished and I don't know what to do and I'm stressing. Don't stress. Please don't stress. It's okay. It's all right. All you need to do in that scenario, if that should happen, and this is what I chose to do. I chose to do this because I don't want any website to be left behind. I don't want you to start something, to start building a website and then not finish it because you're confused or because life is just a bit much or whatever. So I've made a conscious decision to offer all of my students the same thing, okay? If you cannot finish your website for whatever reason, if you're struggling, you just let me know. You can send me a message. Say, Kate, I cannot finish the website. I need some help. And I'll say, okay, that's fine. Send me an email, send me a message. I need to get some information from you. Now, how long can that take? Let's be clear about this, boys and girls. If you spend 8 weeks sending me information about what you want on your website, then you are going to have to wait 8 weeks until I can finish your website. But I will finish your website. I will finish it for you. So if I send you an email, I say, okay, send me all the things that you want on your site. You be like, okay, cool. And you send it all over. I'll let you know, okay, cool. I'll say to you, is this everything? Is this everything you want on the site for all the pages? You'll say, yeah, okay, cool. And then I'll go and I'll just finish your website for you, and I'll do it free of charge. I won't charge you anything. There's no hidden gimmick. There's nothing. I'll just finish building the site for you, free of charge. Okay, so I don't want anybody to enroll in the course and then not leave with a website. I can't stand loose ends in life, and I don't want that for you guys. So I'm trying to offer as much support out there as I possibly can, including obviously, you know, me finishing the site for you. And that's not to say, you know, sit on your laurels, do nothing, and then she'll finish the site for me. No, absolutely not. If you're obviously not putting the effort in, if you're not even trying, and I can see that, if you're not being a part of the group and asking questions, if you're not just being a good team player, and I can clearly see that you're trying to take the mickey, I will just shun you down. I would say no, because you're taking the mickey. Like, I'm doing it to help. I'm offering to help, but not to be mugged off or for you to take advantage, okay? And I will know if you're trying to take advantage, so don't do that. If you are genuinely struggling, you just let me know, okay? And I'll finish it for you, because I just don't like the idea of you guys, like, you enroll in a course and you're like really excited, you're going to build a website, it's like, and then something comes up, or you're just struggling, and then you've got nothing out of it. You've got nothing to show at the end of it. You still don't have a website. And if you're like starting a business, you kind of need a website, don't you? You kind of want to get all your social media accounts linked to it. You kind of want to have it as your central hub, and then you walk away but without a website. I don't want that. That would be rubbish. That would suck. So that's why I've offered this. This is why I put this offer out, to help you guys out. Because honest to God, you send me the things that you're really going to put on your website. Give me, depending on how busy I am that day, either give me a couple hours or a couple days and I'll get your website finished, okay? Unless it's a massive website. Unless you've got plans to have like 60 pages on your website. I mean, that's going to take a minute. If it's a really big site, like but if it's, you know, average size, it's not going to take long, okay? It's just scheduled. But yeah, that's the thing. So it's important to know if you're struggling with your contact form and it's messages just aren't going out, I feel you. It's okay. Look at the plugin, okay? I'll put a link to it actually. If you want, you can have a look at it down below, and then you can find it yourself, because I know the world of plugins, there's hundreds and thousands of them, and it could easily be missed. So I put the link down below if you want. You can have a look at it, and it's awesome. It's really cool. But yeah, good luck with Google Cloud Console if you've never used it and setting up your API. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. But yeah, it's good that you know about it. And if obviously, yeah, if you are looking to jump on like a course and you want to learn, and you want someone to hold your hand and help you through it, come on, got you guys. Just jump on the link. There's a link below. You can enroll. It will take you straight to the enrollment page. Just enter in your contact details, enter your payment details, and then your access is granted straight away. You can take as long as you want in the course as well. It's not a timed thing. You can take your time. If you want to spend an hour a week doing it, you can. If you're in a rush though, and you're like, do you know what, I need to get this website built in 2 days, you could do that. The course is 22 hours long. Okay, so you could absolutely complete it in 2 days and build a website and get a nice website out of it, if you really wanted. But if you want to take your time as well, that's okay. So yeah, you've got the options. And yeah, if you're in a pickle when it comes to your contact form, my heart bleeds for you, and I mean it genuinely. I mean it, because I know, like, when I first looked at Google Cloud Console, I was like, what is this? What is this? It's so confused. It really was. I was so confused. It was so confusing. So I get it. I do get it. So I hope you're not in that pickle. But if you are, have a look at the plugin. It is very cool. And yes, if you are interested in learning and you'd like to enroll in the Mumpreneur Web Design Academy, click on the link below. It will take you straight to the page. And if you've got any questions, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'll leave it, I think, here for this video. I don't want it to be too long. Oh my god, I thought it was going to be 3 minutes long. It's like 20 minutes almost. Oh, I do this every time. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Lovely talking to you guys as always. Any questions about contact forms, let me know. I'd love to help you out. It's a headache, isn't it? Headaches. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it for that for this video, guys. Have an awesome rest of your Tuesday, and I will speak to you in the next video.